Hi children, now we are going to discussing chapter 13 Democratic and Nationalist Revolution 17th and 18th centuries, part 2. In part 1 we discussed the Glorious Revolution or Bloodless Revolution, American Independence, French Revolution and about middle class. Part 2 we are going to discussing about France became a constitutional monarchy, reign of terror and the women's role in French Revolution. The National Assembly completed the draft of the Constitution in 1791. Its main objective was to limit the powers of the monarch. Look at the picture. It is a flowchart of political system under the Constitution of 1791. There were three organs in the constitutional monarchy: judiciary, executive, legislature. Judges under the judiciary, king and minister comes under the executives, National Assembly and electors comes under the legislature. According to Constitution, king and ministers controlling by the National Assemblies. The king had a right to vote in National Assemblies. Active citizens had a right to vote to elect members in the judiciary and National Assemblies. It had 745 members and electors had 50,000 members. Only men above 25 years of age who paid tax had a right to vote in assembly. Now we are going to discussing about the Declaration of the Rights and Man and Citizen. Some of them we have to describe here. Men are born and remaining free and equal in rights. The aim of every political associations in the preservation. The law has the right to prohibit only action that are injurious to society. These are the main rights of man and citizen. The Constitution began with the Declaration of the Rights of the Man and Citizen. Rights such as the right to life, freedom of speech and freedom of opinion equal before the law were established as a natural and inalienable rights. Louis XVI entered into the secret negotiation with the King of Prussia. That the king ruled as a monarchy. The neighboring countries too were worried about the monarchy rule in France. These neighboring countries ready to send their armies to put down the activities of the Louis XVI. Meanwhile, National Assembly voted in April 1792 to declare war against Prussia and Austria. Thousands of volunteers joined in the army. The Constitution of 1791 gave political rights only for certain section of the people. This one disliked by the people. At this time, political clubs became important to discuss the government policies. Jacobin Club, one of them. Jacobin Club is the most important club in those days. It got its name from the former convent of Saint Jacob in France. The members of the Jacobin Club belonged mainly to the less prosperous section of the society. They include small shopkeepers, artisans such as shoemakers, watchmakers, painters, etc. Their leader was Maximilien Robespierre. In the summer of 1792, the Jacobins and his followers revolted against the king's rule, who were angered by the short supply of the food and the high price of food. On the morning of August 10th, they stormed the palace of the Tuileries and murdered the king's soldiers and held the king himself as a hostage for several hours. The royal family put into prison by the assembly. Elections were held. From this time, all of 21 years above, regardless of wealth, got the right to vote. But in king's rule, only some section of the people had a right to vote. The newly elected assembly was called the Convention. On 21 September 1792, it abolished the monarchy and declared France as a republic. As you know, a republic is a form of government where the people elect the government, including the head of the state. Louis XVI and his wife Queen Mary Antoinette were sentenced to death by a court in 1793. Now we are going to discussing about the reign of terror. The period from 1793 to 1794 is referred as reign of terror. Robespierre followed the policy of the severe controlling and punishments. That's why this period is called the reign of terror. All those whom he saw as a being enemies of the republic. Ex-nobles and clergy, members of the political parties, even members of his own party who did not agree with his methods and policy were arrested and put into jail, then tried by a revolutionary tribunals. If the court found the guilty, they were guillotined. That means one type of mission. That mission having a knife cutting the neck of the guilty people. The Robespierre government issued law placing in maximum ceiling on the wages and prices. Meat and bread were rationed, peasants were transferred there. Grains to the cities and selling it at the price fixed by the government. The use of more expensive white flour was prohibited. Churches was shut down and their buildings converted into the barracks or offices. Robespierre arrested and on the next day sent to the guillotine. Now we are going to discussing about the directory rules France. The fall of the Jacobin government, middle class formed the new government. A new constitution prepared by the new government. According to new constitution, right to vote given to all irrespective of the property. It provided for 2 elected legislature council and 5 executive members. This was called directory for the ruling of the country. But the directors often clashes with the legislature. It leads to the political instability in the country. This situation took advantage by Napoleon Bonaparte and captured the power, and he declared himself as the Emperor of France. Through all these changes in the form of government, the ideas of freedom, of equality before the law and fraternity remained inspiring ideals. These ideals motivated political movement in France. Next we are going to discussing important topic in this session, women's role in French Revolution. From the very beginning, women were active, participated in all activities, which brought about many important changes in French society. Most of the women of the Third Estate had to work for living. They worked as a flower sellers, fruit sellers and vegetable sellers at the market. Some of the women worked as a domestic servants in the house of prosperous people. Women did not have education or job training. Daughters of the nobles and rich women from the Third Estate, they could study at a convent. Working women had also to carry for their families, that is cooking and fetching water, queue up for the bread and look after the children. Their wage is very low compared with men. Women started their own political clubs and newspapers. Their voice raised for their demands through the media. The main demand of the women was political rights. They demanded and right to vote, to be elected to assembly and to hold political offices. In the early years, the revolutionary government did introduce the law and helped improve the lives of women. With the creation of state schools, schooling was made compulsory for girls. Their fathers could no longer force them into marriage against their will. Marriage was made into a contract entered into the freely and registered under civil law. Divorce was made legal. Women's movement for voting rights and equal wages continue through the next 200 years. In many countries of the world, the fight for the vote was carried out through the international suffragist movement during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Finally, the women get right to vote in 1946 in the France. Look at the picture, the Parisian woman on the way to Versailles. This print is on the memory political representation of the events of 5th October 1789, when the women marched and brought the king back with them to Paris. Look at the picture. This was guillotine. This one used for sentence to death. It contained big knife or sword to cut the neck of the people at the time of punishment. Look at the picture. He was the Maximilien Robespierre, leader of the Jacobin Club. Next class we are going to discuss in chapter 4, atmosphere.